As with previous semesters, every One Shepherd semester starts off with 2 days of what I'll call an individual skill. There's always the Warrior Basic program for new people coming in to experience the One Shepherd Leadership Institute experience. And then there's also other classes offered for people who've already been through Warrior Basic. This particular semester, in addition to Warrior Basic, there was the Land Navigation course and the Leader Reflection course. We have covered land navigation on a previous video that we'll put a link to in the description below. And Leadership Reflection course will be something covered in a future episode. But anyways, the people who came to the semester this year, their first 2 days were either spent Warrior Basic, Land Nav, or Leader Reflection. And since we've covered Warrior Basic several times in previous videos, again, put links in the description below, we'll go ahead and just move right on into the STX. The first class taught in the STX was Movement to Contact. And Will McCann did a great job of teaching this. We took advantage of having some really decent weather. We moved all the tables out of the mess tent classroom, put them out in the bright sunlight so we could all enjoy the fresh air, and had a great class. The classroom portion was followed up by a practical application exercise that we'll take a look at here shortly.
There's 2 types of movement to contact, all right? There's a seek and attack method and an approach method. All right, there's a seek and attack and approach method.
Limit of advance, our LOA, is the old fob site. We're going to move there, we're going to move to contact. If we don't make any contact at the old fob site.
Which is the old fob site?
Well, I'll show you.
Okay.
John will be on point, okay? John will be on point, Jack, you'll be with me. We're going to move in a V with me and John and me and Jack in the back, okay? We're going to kind of snake around. I want to go down there. If we get to that wood line right there, there's a road that cuts up through. That'll take us to the old fob site. If we make no contact, we're going to set up an ambush there from the defender. Ready, roll? Got it? Let's do it. And if we see people, shoot them on sight. This is a shoot them on sight.
All right, here we are on the first lane of the STX of the One Shepherd West Virginia semester in 2021. And the situation right now is we're doing a movement to contact exercise. I'm the OC with the OP4. The OP4 has set in a semi-mobile defensive position on a line, and the main body is sending out their vanguards to reconnaissance to find this line, and then they're going to attack it with the main body.
Coming online, coming online. Get him, John, get him.
Alright, so we've had some initial contact.
Enemy rear! Contact rear! 6 o'clock! I got you, John! Enemy rear!
Alright, after the movement to contact class, we had an excellent lunch, and then we moved into the class on passage of lines. A very important enabling tactic, and the only enabling tactic that One Shepherd dedicates 2 whole sections to, and by that I mean the day and the nighttime chances to do it. The daytime version of it is much more academic, and it's done as kind of in the walk phase, and maybe actually more in the crawl phase. But they go through all phases of it pretty academically. The nighttime one, which we'll get into in a little bit, is full speed ahead. So it's done full scale, by the numbers, has an OP4, pyro and night visions employed. So the difficulty factor is definitely turned up to 11.
The passage of lines is an enabling operation. It's not really a mission or a tactic. It's an enabling operation that allows a unit to pass either through a existing friendly line to go out and do a mission or to contact the enemy, or to come back through that line trying to break contact from the enemy. Okay? So there's a lot of coordination going on.
So to demonstrate passage of lines outside the classroom, we moved out into the field in reduced order so everybody could focus on what was going on. And we basically explained it all, and everybody acted it out at extremely close range so they could understand the concept.
Okay, so these guys are on point. Command team and commander and RTO there. You guys just give them space. You're going to be the very last two. Okay, behind X-ray team goes Yankee team. Alright, so here we go. Get close, get nut to butt. It's okay, you can look like one continuous gaggle. That's fine, as long as you have support. So, what's happened prior to this? What we already know is that your fearless leader, Long Pang, has gotten a hold of his staff, right, battalion commander, or somebody on the staff, and said, "It's our turn to play, damn it." Those alpha guys doing all the fun stuff, and they went, right, we'll let you go play, let us coordinate it so you can leave. Hey, Alpha Commander, Bravo Commander wants to come through your line. The great time to do that is when the sun, right now. And so you go, okay, hold on. And so they pull into a tight, don't do this, tight 360 formation. This is as tight as they get. Okay, and they're now in a tight 360 formation, having their assembly area going. And he's standing up giving great speeches. They may take our freedom, they may take our characters, they may take our carrots, but what were we talking about? Anyway, and so he's talking and doing all this great stuff because they're going to go on a recon mission. And he said,
Okay, so the unit that's going out to perform their mission gets counted out, and at the completion of their mission, gets counted back in.
oh yeah, so sweet.
You're an embarrassment.
Alright, so as you saw, the daytime was strictly crawl and walk training. Everything was done administratively, done in close order, and it was done in a way to make sure everybody understood the concept of passage of lines. Now, when the nighttime exercise came over, that's when it switched on for real. And one of the things we had been able to do very early on in this STX was task organize for the FTX, which will be coming up. A one Shepherd semester, just so you know, is broken into 3 parts. Your first 2 days, as I mentioned earlier in this video, are individual skills. In this semester, it happened to be Warrior Basic, Land Navigation, and Leadership Reflection. And a lot of times, people attending, due to work or family commitments or whatever, they have to leave after those first 2 days. We had the highly unusual situation where everybody who had attended those 3 individual courses were sticking around. We had the also other fortuitous happenstance that one person was coming in for the STX, but they were leaving after the STX, and everybody else was stable. So we took this opportunity and we task organized for the rest of the semester. Now, in the movement to contact segment, people were mostly in the units they were going to be in, but due to instructor assignments and other details, that the leadership wasn't quite as it was going to be in the FTX. But when this night passage of lines mission came around, everybody who was going to be in a leadership position was in the position they were supposed to be in. And what happened is the leader of the Blue 4, his APL, and his whole Alpha team, they formed the forward unit commander as they were going to be the Blue Force during the FTX. So they operated as a unit. The Op 4 had their leader, Will McCann, who was the instructor for Movement to Contact, take over his leadership position. He had his APL in place. He had all his team leaders except for one. So the units were task organized as they were going to be during the FTX. So they got to conduct this passage of lines exercise as they were going to do it in the FTX, which was a great big advantage. Now I'm going to go ask you all to bear with this video because I was using 3 different recording devices. One was a thermal device, one was a camera attached to a set of PVS-14s, and the other one was the Psionics Aurora camera. The audio and video quality between the 3 platforms varies greatly, so just kind of bear with it, and I'll give my best narration here of how things went down. So basically they departed through their lines, and then once they got out in the open, we launched a flare that kind of didn't go right, but we lit them up in the open to let them know we were there. We let them move out. We moved up to another position, launched another flare, which actually worked perfectly, lit them up again, and we basically monitored their progress as they completed their mission and passed back through friendly lines.
To the left of the Connex, yeah. Yep. Alright. What do you think we should do next?
Three of them. There's probably another 3 still on their knee. Yep.
Yeah. Let them know we're thinking about them. Oh, I'm watching the guide.
I saw the group. They were 1, 2, 3 trees away from
Roger that. Break.
the closest trees to the guides, but then they came from that tree line down to the tree line closest to us.
Sweet and sour. This is 2.
Okay, now they're walking back.
Big Mac has seen the near recognition. Break.
I'll stand closer so you can hear. They're sending a security team to them because they got the signal.
Roger that.
Yep, they're giving them a signal with the lights.
You got visual on the light?
I saw one flash. I'm assuming that's what it is. Man, they're coming out.
Yeah, it should be the team. Yeah, I see them.
Oh, no, that 2 are running. Guide's coming to them.
Yeah. Third one's kind of coming up the rear. Looks like they kind of went to ground, huh?
Yep. Vision probably wouldn't see you. I recognize you at least. Yeah, 2 of them are getting up and running back into the woods.
Yeah, that makes sense. They've made contact, so she will be bringing the main body in.
Man, they're in. Might even be holding each other's back. What are they doing out in the open? Oh, they're all grouping up together. If we had a mortar, we could really do some damage.
Yeah.
Last calling station, stay again. Hotel 2-2, this is Big Mac Actual. Be advised, all troops are inside of friendly lines. Roger that, Big Mac. Congratulations. Good copy out.
Alright, they're inside friendly lines. Let's go.
On the dawn of the second day of the STX, the One Shepherd continued with its normal PT program. And for those of you who haven't watched my previous videos on the Warrior Basic program, the exercise program at One Shepherd is bayonet drill. Each day you progressively do a little bit more. The first day you learn the movements. The second day, which is the first day of the FTX, you learn blade work with your weapon. And then on the third day, it comes down to bugle stick fights, and you get to apply what you've learned. Now, we had fire team on fire team fights. That's 4 on 4. But then after all the teams had fought, we decided to have a little fun where family members called each other out, brothers went against brothers, and it created the most epic bugle stick fight ever. Please watch and enjoy.
Salute! There you go, good enough. And guard! Call! Fight!
You got this?
Oh no! Alright, there we go.
Come on! They're both on their back! They're both on their back! And kill!
Someone get the oil!
Oh, God! He's got him! He's pinning him! He's pinning him! 1, 2, 3!
Well, after that super motivating bugle stick fight, we had an excellent breakfast, and then we launched into our class for the day, which was mobile defense. And Dr. Larson gave a great presentation on it, and then afterwards we did a practical exercise. And the practical exercise was a blast. One of the things they did here at One Shepherd is we did the whole mobile defense practical exercise with Nerf gear. And there was a very practical reason to do that. The range of Nerf means you have to be close, and by compressing down the environment that you were doing it in, everybody got to see all parts of the mobile defense function. Instead of being spread out over hundreds or possibly even thousands of meters, we got to do it in a nice closed environment. Everybody saw every part and could really grasp and implement the concept of mobile defense and just have a rip-roaring good time. So here, take a look.
And of this force over here is to prevent Doc's meeting from being interrupted by these yahoos. Now, as much as I would like to put you all into that bugle gear and let you fight it out, Doc says I can't do that. I know, no fun, right? Disobey orders, sir. What you're going to have to do, PL, is organize your defense for mobile defense.
Now, to organize your mobile defense, you have these incredibly high-tech weapon systems. The only ammo resupply comes from recovering darts that have been expended and getting them back into your weapon system. So now it's okay. That's all you get. Armor. Well, you have them come down. Do those down. You each get one of those guns. Okay.
Any ideas? One will fire, one will recover. One team up.
Yeah.
So maximize the output.
Yep.
That's what I'm thinking. Any better idea than this? Go for it.
You use that cottage cover, like put it as a static cover defense position.
I can ask, but the problem we can't.
We can use that Prius to kind of block the
There is on my shoulders and that's kind of there.
You do whatever you need, but in that case, you're out of the
SUV and the Hyundai.
Let's get the
You use this
Denali.
cover. Let them in close where these are really accurate.
Yeah.
Pummel them, let them waste their ammo coming out of there.
Let's get the keys to the
They don't have
Denali.
ammo. They only have cover, armor cover. So they're only charging through. Maybe they have. Okay, they have two.
They have a lot. They have belt
They have two belt feds. They have
Oh,
two
they
high-fire weapons.
They have. Hey, come in, come in, come in! Go the runner! How many times I gotta shoot somebody? Drop the fucker right here, shoot him! I got it.
Bodies everywhere. Oh my goodness, there's dead bodies everywhere.
It's a massacre.
Dead body.
Love the smell of death in the morning.
Dead body. Dead body. Dead body.
By the power invested in
Bring it here, bring it here.
Praise Jesus. Praise
Don't
Jesus.
run
I'm a
the
new
battery.
man.
Well, as you can see, learning mobile defense was quite a fun experience, and it's one of the hallmarks of the One Shepherd program, as they constantly say, as compared to real military training, it's all the fun and none of the dumb, and that's true. Nobody makes you do push-ups here. There's no punishment exercises. Nobody berates you. They just want to make sure you learn, so they make it an excellent, fun learning environment where you get the key skills you need to get, but you get it in a way where it's not a punishment and it's a positive learning environment. We'd like to thank you for tuning in to this edition of Pegasus Test. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and tune in for our FTX coverage coming soon.